Hey guys, I've got match 11 for you, so it's the second match of the last week here, and as you can tell, I left my BAM on defense, and I really actually needed him on offense if I wanted to take out Lord Vader with my bounty hunters. So, spoiler alert, a little bit there, but I thought I had taken him off, and I hadn't, so things are going to get a little bit interesting, but overall, really excited to show you this because I did some things that I've done pretty continuously, but I just got to try different things out because of this, which is a lot of fun. So let's hop in and look at it and see what's going on, and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, my opponent is Kronos TD this go around. 550,000 legacy points, 8.4 million GP, and he does have 5 Galactic Legends, so no Rey. And I'm pretty sure he has Star Killer, so I'm just gonna double check, but he does. And yeah, overall, I think I know what to expect in terms of defense. He's obviously already attacked. So he did one-shot my Executor. He actually got really high banners against my Executor, which makes me think that he used his own. So I'm pretty confident about that when I do get to ships. Up top, I didn't really change my defenses at all here. I left everything pretty much the exact same. I'm actually pretty sure I left my front bottom the same as well. Yeah, I have this dash filler team in here. So you can see there that BAM is on my Maul team. I was literally 100% confident that I had switched and put Bo there because I really wanted BAM for Lord Vader, and obviously I didn't. So he did drop on my Fin Poe. He had to use 3 teams here, which is really interesting. I was hoping that Rey Hoda Armor would maybe get a hold, but evidently it did not. But based off what he said on defense here, we can see why. So he's got Fin Poe as well, CLS as well, Nute, Star Killer, and a BAM team. So all this is pretty standard to what I had scouted and seen in his past and expected. And then in the front bottom, we have, you can see Lord Vader there already, which is just lovely. So we've got this crew team, Iden, Mon Mothma, Grievous, and then we do have Lord Vader, and he has Maul on it. So I know, obviously, I'm not going to see a Maul team, which is great, but because he has Maul, I really wanted BAM for my bounty hunters, and I just don't trust Fennec here. I don't think it's going to work. So because of that, I am going to not use them. I don't trust it with Maul, and I'm going to use Kenobi. I've literally never done this in 3v3. I honestly don't even like doing this in 5v5. I'm not confident in it. I do think it's my best option, though. I really like to have Kylo for Star Killer, which is why I wanted to use Kenobi here, even though I've never done it before. So I am thinking that I can just go straight for Royal Guard here. Don't love what Maul is doing. And I completely blanked on this and didn't realize I wouldn't be able to use her instant kill right away. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fully was shocked when I saw that. So yeah, this obviously made me feel extremely uncomfortable right away. The only real saving grace here is that I know Savior hasn't popped yet, so I'm okay with that. And honestly, just because of how things are going, I'm fine with popping the alt early whenever I can. I think it is helpful. So yeah, this might have been a mistake. I probably should have instant killed Maul. I was annoyed with getting stuck behind the taunt potentially in the future when my alt wore off. But Maul is clearly much more dangerous than Royal Guard overall. So definitely think that was a mistake. Definitely would do that differently next time. Especially because clearly just doing 1-4 sleep on him after the fact doesn't really do that much. All right, so he's gone at least, and then it's just down to Vader. And I honestly felt pretty good here once it was just Lord Vader. I figured there wasn't, you know, other than him going into alt and his dots, I figured there wasn't too much that could go sideways here. I was hoping to get some armor shred on him, all of that fun stuff. And I was alternating between the damage immunity on Cat and Kenobi just based off who really needed it. And then obviously the alt to, anytime I could pop it, I could, just to get that protection back. I really wanted to keep Kenobi alive as long as possible just so I could cleanse the dots with him. And I'm barely doing any damage here, which is, like, this is why this kills me. I feel like it is so slow, but it's kind of working, I think. I don't know. So it felt okay. And then he started landing, obviously, the healing immunity, which was not great. And getting another alt, which is just not good. So then I started to panic a little bit here. Cat's ability blocked, Kenobi's ability blocked, and this is just not, it's not going well. Once I saw Cat was this low, I felt really uncomfortable. Insanely uncomfortable. Yeah, this is just so, it's so bad. I honestly, at this point, I really did think I was gonna lose this. I figured I might as well just keep going and see how much damage I could get done to him in the meantime. But it is just not good. Healing immunity, I think, maybe helped me a little bit here. Oh gosh, this was just so sloppy. Like 59, like, this is so sloppy for a first battle. But honestly, I was just happy I got through it. So bad though, guys. Okay, so Vader is dealt with. I'm pretty confident in what I am going to do with the rest of these teams, and I obviously am saving Kylo for Starkiller up top. So you know what we're gonna do against an Iden team. We're gonna Wampa. It's super fun, and obviously she doesn't have the potency too high, so I always feel comfortable going in with this. All right, so you guys have seen me do this a bunch of times, so I'm just gonna speed it up because, you know, it's pretty, I think it's pretty straightforward by now. We just let Wampa do Wampa things and have his way with Iden, and it's fantastic. I was really on the fence about this Omicron. I don't know how many of you remember me being on the fence at first when I put it on, but no regrets. Would definitely do this Omicron over and over if I could. Absolutely love it. Come on. This buff that she gets, I will say, is a little bit annoying, but it's done. All right, so just the 3 teams left, and I am thinking I want to go after Grievous next. I obviously can't use Wampa here. I don't want to use my Jedi. So we're going to do Night Sisters. I usually risk this. I feel pretty okay here. There's no B1. Obviously double tank, but I like risking. I don't know why I like risking not having zombie here, but I do like risking not having zombie here. I just want the extra damage from Massage. I want the Plague from Talzin. I just want it all. Obviously, the risk factor is if Daka gets stunned and I can't revive, but it feels like it usually goes okay. All right, so I will say the more that I do this, yikes, the more confident I get in this battle, even with them dying repeatedly. Like, I almost feel like now when they do die like that, it sounds really arrogant, and I don't mean it to sound arrogant, but I feel like I don't even flinch at it anymore because I'm just like, well, Daka will bring them back. And obviously it can go super sideways if she doesn't, or if she's stunned or ability blocked or anything like that. But it is proving to be quite a lot of fun, and I regret not having worked on my Daka earlier. So very happy I took her to relics. Alright guys, so obviously that is done now. Just Mon Mothma and this crew team left. And I honestly feel like it's a little bit of a waste to use my troopers on Mon Mothma here. I'm also, at this point, I'm thinking I want to keep them for the back zone as well. So I decided that I would try Palpatine, and I also thought I would be a smartass and not use Thrawn and take Mara. And this was a grave mistake. I definitely think I should have taken Thrawn to Fracture off the start. So we're gonna Force Crush anyway, and we're gonna go into Merciless and see if this is at all salvageable. I have no idea. I want to ability block Kara, obviously, and then just kind of keep going from there. At least we got the stun. I'm kind of hoping if I can just kill Kara, get past this taunt that she's got going on here, it's maybe salvageable even with Mara Jade gone. She just, I don't even know. I don't even know, guys. This was just a very poor choice on my part because, as you can see, Vader is hurting. This is just such a disaster. And we're stunned. And they're just, yeah. So, clearly, just a massive fail. Like, I have no words for it. And now they're preloaded. So, I have decided to ignore it for a little bit. Ignore the problem, and it will go away. But I am going to get rid of this Kylo team. I figured I needed to focus here, kind of just get this Mon Mothma bad juju out of my system. So I'm going to take Jedi Knight Revan. I don't think I am going to need him anywhere else. So I feel like this is the safest option to get through Kylo cleanly. And yeah, I'm going to go right for Red because obviously he is a pain in the ass once he gets going. And I don't want him to... I really just don't want to lose more banners at this point. And I don't want him to be going crazy on me. And I'm really sorry that this video is glitching on you. It was... I noticed while I was doing this battle that the game was glitching like crazy on me. I don't know why. But okay, so I do want to get rid of OG Kylo next. I don't like him being here. I don't like the retribution, all of that stuff. So we're going straight for him, hopefully. Get the stun, take away his turn meter, and just kind of keep him controlled. I also want to just like do a little bit of damage in pieces to OG or to Kylo Unmasked, so that I can get rid of OG Kylo, and then eventually, hopefully, Yoda will get enough buffs on him that I can just knock out Kylo Unmasked here, since he keeps healing, right? So, I'm gonna keep marking him, gonna keep keeping him stunned if I can, and hopefully just get some more buffs on Yoda here. And this should. Perfect. Okay, so that is dealt with, which means I have to figure out this Mon Mothma team. And I need to get to the back. I'm fairly confident there are no Galactic Legends in the back, and it pains me, but because it's preloaded, I feel like I have to use Jedi Master Luke. I don't think I need anything too crazy strong. So Ayla and Jolie, I'm kind of leaning towards. It lets me have a couple other Jedi teams that I could possibly put together if needed. But I'm figuring just with Jedi Master Luke's ultimate ability or his leadership ability, I'll be able to get through this hopefully pretty quickly. There goes Kara. And we should, perfect, be good. So kind of maxed banners, not really, but all right. So that is the front zone. Let's go see what's in the back. All right, so let's see if I was right here, and there should be no Galactic Legends. So we got JTR, Sortie, Hux, Darth Revan, and Qui-Gon. Pretty much what I figured I would be seeing. So we're gonna go up top. I need to make sure I can clear the top zone and get to ships. I want to be hopefully as efficient as possible. And we're gonna go after Starkiller. I want to use Kylo here. I hate taking Hux in red because I like to have him with my first order TIE pilot with the Omicron. But I need to be absolutely positive that I can get through this Starkiller team, and Hux and red I think are really helpful in this situation. So obviously we can't do any stuns because of Starkiller's unique, but I want to get the stacks on Kylo going, and all of this shock and stunning is just not, it's not leaving a good taste in my mouth, let me tell you, because not loving it, not loving Kylo already having all of his protection gone, but we're gonna go, and I want to get rid of Mara. I just don't like having her around. Come on. All right, so this should do it. And then, oh, poor red, but I want to get rid of Starkiller. I don't want him to drop the ship on me. So if we can just make sure that doesn't happen. And Hux is gone, so that's not the best, but we're through it. So I'll take it. All right, so based off what I have left to kill here, I'm gonna do CLS next, and I honestly think I just need to do Wedge Han Chewie here. I think I can make some other teams work for the other teams up top and for what's in the back, but I don't really have like a CLS. I usually use Jedi Knight Luke here with Hoda, so because I don't have Hoda, I'm realizing that I needed to get a little bit, start moving some pieces around so I can make sure I got through CLS here. So this was the best decision, I think, in terms of making sure I could get through it. And it's not the cleanest banners, obviously, but it does one shot, so I will take it. And then we just have these three left. So I am a little bit worried about the BAM team, and I'm a tiny bit worried about Nute. But I'm figuring that we will be able to get through them. And I'm realizing with BAM, I still have my Padme team. And I truly don't know if this will work, because I would feel more comfortable with Kenobi, with General Kenobi as the tank. But based off what I have left, I think it's the best option. So obviously we have to go straight for IG. And this is annoying because I feel like when I see Shatterpoint, I want to hit Shatterpoint. But I also want to get rid of BAM as soon as possible. So I felt a little bit torn, but BAM is gonna die here. He's not gonna get a chance to get those birds off, which is great. And then I'm just gonna go for Quill. I think that's the best case scenario. I don't really know, but I'm just going to keep hitting IG. We're going to keep dispelling with Ahsoka, which is great. And then we can kill Quill. And now it's just IG, which is great. So I think this overall was the best call for Padme. I'm pumped that I can use her on offense in 3v3 because I don't really get to use her in 5v5. So it's a little bit of a silver lining. Okay. So I was originally going to use my troopers on Darth Revan in the back, and then I realized that probably wasn't the best idea. In 3v3, wasn't totally confident in if it would work or not. Wasn't really modded properly for it, so I figured this was a better solution, was to use them here and make sure I could get through Fin Poe relatively easily. So I do like to kill Hero Finn first, and then it's just game from there. So that is that. I think that was, I mean, it was definitely overkill, it feels like. They didn't even get to move, but definitely worth it, and we'll figure out something else for Darth Revan in the back. And then we have this lovely Nute team, and I'm not going to mess around with him. This is going to be a pain with Jango's damage immunity. And Nute, obviously you got to kill him twice, like not loving this whole scenario. So I'm figuring I'm going to take my bounty hunters. I think this is the team that I want. I was toying with whether I wanted like Fennec on there or what the deal was, but I really want to be able to get my contract and then be able to disintegrate with Mando. So that's why I took this team specifically. And it should be relatively easy because we're just going to go straight for B1 to get our contract as soon as possible. And we're going to call Grief for the assist here and hopefully get a little bit closer to our contract. Slowly but surely. And then I want to dispel because we're burning. And I do, because it's such a pain in 3v3 with extortion, I am going to pay it off. Even though I have the instant kill ready to go. I just need to. Okay, so we're going to do this on Jango because even with his resolve, it doesn't come back, which is fantastic. That's one less time I need to kill him. I don't need to worry about him doing anything stupid and getting his resolve back. And we can just kind of keep going. I don't care about extortion at this point. Even with Nute coming back, it doesn't matter. I'm not worried about it. Nute can't do very much damage to me on his own. And we'll just be able to slowly whittle him down, even with extortion spreading. Obviously, he's pulling away from my banners, but we're going to get it done. And then that final heal from Grief was perfect because we got the 57. So we're through. We're going to look at ships, and then we're going to go back to the bottom. Okay, so we've got Negotiator, Thrawn, and Rebels. So nothing too crazy. He does not have the Inquisitor ship, so I don't expect, obviously I can't expect to see it. But we need to figure out this back zone here and clear this, hopefully, before we make our way to ships. So, Darth Revan, I decided to try C. I have never done C against Darth Revan before, but I'm assuming it's going to work like the rest of my C battles have, and I'm going to put the tank tech on him, and then I'm hopefully just going to fry everybody once we hit our ultimate. I'm not going to lie, Malak kind of worries me, but I think it's okay. So, I definitely wanted to link Malak. Like, I want Malak gone 100% once we get to our ultimate. And then I figured I would just link Bastilla. I had assumed that I would just go after Darth Revan as I was going through the motions here, getting to my ultimate. So once, Malak stopped taunting, then I could hit Darth Revan, hopefully. So I did the relink because I wanted Retribution back again. And I do want to I want to go after Darth Revan just so I can do a little bit of damage to him before we get to our ultimate. Which I will say with C, as fun as it is, does feel like it takes a while. Alright, so ultimate's there. And now we can just fry everybody, I guess. Like, it's not bad. Okay, so he is out of the way. Qui-Gon is my next fear out of these teams. And I did save Galactic Legend Nute for this. It does make me worry with Cam. I've been very hit or miss with this counter to Qui-Gon. But other than using a Galactic Legend, like I feel like it's the best scenario. Given my roster. Like I know some people are using Bad Batch and that's fine. My Bad Batch are not up for this challenge right now. So I will say that I hate that Anakin gets the first kill on Nute pretty much right away. But we're just going to kind of keep going. I want to get the healing immunity on Anakin, and then that way we can kill Qui-Gon and he doesn't heal, even though he's going to kill us. And then we can kill Anakin. And man, Cam is... This is what makes this counter scary to me, is it's not Anakin, it's Cam. Like, I feel like I've gotten the control of Anakin down pretty good now. You get the healing immunity on him, and then you just nuke him afterwards. But Cam here is terrifying. He just hits so hard. Thank God I had the rocket ready, because, oh my goodness, I think he would have killed me. Okay. So now we've got these 3 teams left. Honestly, I feel pretty good. I'm honestly starting to wonder, like, if I can experiment on some things. I know that Malak can potentially solo this team. I'm going to take SWGOH in as lead anyway, just for the extra defense and tenacity to be safe. My main thought here is I don't want to fail again. Like I really want to have some kind of wiggle room. So extra defense and extra tenacity is going to help me everywhere, I think. But that was my reasoning for taking SWGOH lead. And then overall, I think this went fairly smoothly. I wanted to get rid of Hux as soon as possible, just so that he wasn't able to, hand turns around and get them advantage and all that fun stuff. So that's why I tried to dispel the Stormtrooper whenever I could to get around his taunt and then kill Hux. So that is that. My next thought was I should maybe get rid of Fox. He is a little bit scary in my opinion. But then I figured, like, maybe I just go after Stormtrooper since he's going to keep taunting anyway. And just try and get rid of him. So I did. And then it's just Fox. So, pretty straightforward, I think. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know if SWGOH would have been necessary, but given how my Malak is modded, I just didn't want any, mistakes to happen. Okay, so this sortie team, I don't know what to do here. I know I want Jedi Knight Luke for the stun. I don't have any other good Jedi left. And I don't know what to do here to take as the third. I'm not confident in going in with just Jedi Knight Luke and Old Ben, though. So this might look weird. I know it looks weird, but I figured having another tank doesn't hurt. Popping some exposes isn't gonna hurt with Poe. So that's why I took him. I wasn't gonna use him anywhere else, and I just wanted somebody that would also survive and maybe help me get through this. I didn't know what to expect from this either because I haven't faced a sortie team before, so I wasn't too sure how it was going to play out. I wasn't too sure what the AI was going to do. So yeah, that was my thought process. I figured I would get rid of T3 first. Obviously he comes back, which is super annoying. But Jedi Knight Luke is at least able to hit decently hard that we can slowly make our way through this. And then honestly, Poe being able to expose with his special was, I think it was helpful. I know this isn't the ideal sortie team, so I'm not going to say that this is what I would do every single time. But given what I had left and the fact that I had no Jedi, I think this was an okay trade-off. And like I said, I wasn't going to use Poe anywhere else anyway. So I want to get rid of BB-8, perfect, and then it's just sortie. And I'm now realizing that she is, like, she's healthy. She is thick and annoying to chew through. So I am glad that I chose to take Jedi Knight Luke here, because even with him, she's still difficult to chew through. So, all right, this is pretty much over. And then we just have that really odd JTR team. I looked this up on .gg. I tried to find this exact build and I couldn't. To be honest, I didn't scroll through all of the pages because it was so many pages of JTR teams. But I thought maybe we should just see what the First Order TIE Pilot Omni can do here. I wasn't too sure. And I mean, Vet Han can be annoying because of his stagger on basic, to be honest with you. So I figured he should be the one that I go after first, because I didn't want my turn meter being removed with stagger popping. But then R2 is just a pain in the ass and stealthing everyone. And this was a very weird comp. And obviously Vet Han is healing when he does his basic, which is also annoying. But I figured we'd just keep going, and then R2 just keeps stealthing, which is just so much fun. So much fun to deal with. And I definitely was starting to worry. The more staggers I saw, and the more Han just kept popping them and hitting TIE Pilot, definitely was not loving it. I was also hoping that eventually, like, maybe I could just kill R2 here since he is weaker. And then he just keeps stealthing. Which is, and TIE Pilot is gone. Great. So I figured here, this is about where it's gonna go sideways. It's not looking good. It's not looking good for the First Order. So, yay, I guess. I don't know. I was kind of hoping that the TIE Pilot Omni would be able to do something there, but I don't know if maybe it just needs a different comp or what the deal is, but it's fine. Okay, so they're obviously preloaded, and I figured Thrawn might be good just so I could fracture and try to control and take some kind of Empire trooper team with him. I thought Gideon could be handy because if he survives, I'd be able to pull the turn meter, which would be great. And then I'm thinking range is going to be my damage dealer here. But we just need Gideon to survive. We need him to not be ability blocked. And we will hopefully be able, oh boy. Okay, so we're going to pull the turn meter, guys. And R2 is gone. So now we can actually focus on Vet Han. The counters are not fun. Not fun at all. But we're going to try and get rid of Vet Han if we can. Oh, man. His basic is just brutal to try. All right. So it's just JTR. We can fracture her. I'm just trying to get some stuff cleansed here, and hopefully, not that it really matters, but at this point, like, I did lose on the first try here, so being efficient is out the window. All right, so now that the squads are cleared, I'm feeling pretty solid going into fleets, which is ironic because I hate fleets. But we've got this lovely mix here, and I know that I would probably want to use Malevolence on Thrawn. I also would love to use it on Negotiator. And you can see he's got the Imperial Bomber with Negotiator, so I'm not totally confident in Rebels against it because of that. So basically my brain is kind of all over the place with what I need to do, but I do know that I want to use Finalizer on Rebels. So I figured that was the best place to start because that was the 100% decision that I was confident in. So we're going to do that. And then I hate pulling Sunfac away from Malevolence when I want to use a Separatist team. But I really like having him with Finalizer just in case it goes sideways and I need some control. So I think that is going to be the best call to take as my third reinforcement, just to make sure we're good to go. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. The last time I did this battle, it went sideways and I lost it. So I wanted the added security of someone who could stun. Okay, so we're gonna hunt the Falcon to start, and then I just go all in. I'm gonna basic to stun him, which is great. And then we are going to pass the turn back to Silencer and big hit to get rid of him. So pretty straightforward to start. Them going after Echelon always makes me nervous, but we're gonna do the mass assist. And then I am going to pass the turn back, and I'm just basically, anytime I can do the big hit with advantage, I'm gonna do it. Okay, so Special Forces TIE Fighter Pilot comes in, so I can call the assist and just keep shooting these ships out of the sky, which is great. All right, so the Dispel and Ability block here is fantastic. And then we're gonna call Silencer, and I'm going to do a basic because I don't have advantage. And pass. Actually, sorry, I wanted to get the advantage back on all of my ships, so we did that, and then the big hit, and that was that. So 69 banners. Pretty happy about that. And then we just have these 2 ships to go with. So I figured I wanted the sure shot. There's no interceptor on this Thrawn fleet, so I am gonna go with Malevolence. I'm just gonna do it. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but I feel like if I can get through Thrawn and then I can hopefully wiggle down Negotiator, piecemeal it, whatever, that would be my best case scenario. Because at this point, I'm seeing that he's got Thrawn on defense, he's got Negotiator on defense, and Rebels. I'm not too sure what he's going to do against the last 2 of my fleets that he's left standing. So, all right, so I'm gonna go right after this Marauder, and then I am gonna go after Vader here and hopefully be able to get rid of him as quickly as possible. Hopefully. We're gonna bring in Spy for the Forced Taunt. Not that it really matters at this point. I did switch here only because I was going to call the mass assist, and it felt like a waste to call it on Vader when he had such little health. So that's why I switched, and then obviously basic on Vader there, and we got it done really quickly, which is great, and 70 banners. Okay, so I am going to do a burner on Negotiator still. My best option is to do a burner, use up their specials, their AoEs, all that fun stuff, and then send in Rebels even with that bomber there. Okay, so and then I got a little confused because 5s took a turn, and I've never gotten to take a turn against a Negotiator team before. So I was really confused that I was going, like, and I'm taking multiple turns here. So I figured I would just try to do a little bit of damage. I didn't want to ability block anybody. I wanted them to burn these specials up. So, all right. And now we have to time out. So we'll be back. All right, guys. So we're timing out here and they've used their specials, which means we can go in now with our Home 1 fleet. It is not super strong. I still don't have my Biston built up. So we're going to go with the double tank to start. So Biggs and Y-Wing. And then I like to take Phantom, Cassian, and Wedge. So I'm hoping this works. I don't know what the Imperial Bomber is going to do, but I'm figuring worst case scenario, I'll send in like Radis after this and just see what happens. So, okay, so we're going to do the wiggle to get some of that back. And then I want to get rid of Anakin and then the bomber taunts. So I guess I'm going to hit the bomber. Like, this is annoying. I wasn't too sure what to expect with the bomber here, and now I have learned. And he just keeps taunting, which is great. It's blocking me from getting to Anakin. Okay. So going for Anakin when we can here, and hopefully we'll be able to get around the bomber and kill Anakin. Like, that's what we need here. His AoE is not helping either. I don't really want to heal, so I'm going to bring in the Phantom, only so that I can get another reinforcement next turn. I really want to get past this bomber. And I really want to kill Anakin. So, okay, so we've procced his stealth. I just need him to come out of it now. And Bomber's still doing bomber things and taunting, which is annoying. So this definitely threw off my strategy, having Bomber here. I realized afterwards I could have killed Anakin there, but Bomber's at least out of the way now. But, you know, Fives is taunting, so that's fun. Okay, let's just die. Perfect. Okay, so Anakin is gone. I do like to get rid of Plo, just so that he's not healing anybody. Whenever, you know, we're able to focus on Plo here. And not miss would be great. These friggin' dodges. Okay, so I did the AoE just for fun. So here we are. It chose to cleanse the debuffs off of Biggs. And then I want to get rid of Fives, which is great. And then we have this Shuttle, which I realized also when Shuttle came in, I was like, this was a very weird Negotiator comp. But honestly, so happy that the Burner and then Rebels worked. So we ended up full clearing, not super clean, but it worked, guys. All right, guys, so it ended right here. I think I set the right fleets down just based off what he had set. I don't think he would have had the right combo to clear. He didn't even try, to be honest with you. If he had, though, he definitely would have won because efficiency is not my strong suit. So I'm not going to be too upset about that. Definitely learned that I need to pay better attention to what's on my defense and make sure that when I think I've done something, I should probably double check it. But overall, tons of fun. I really liked getting to use C somewhere else. I really like being able to see what C can do. He's been a lot of fun. I'm pleasantly surprised with him. So we will see what the last match brings, and then we have a 2-week break before we're back into the normal 5v5 season. So we'll see what happens there. Thanks so much for watching, guys.